Prime Minister, thank you very much for joining us here again on the program. We've spoken to you again and again, time again, over the course of the last 2 years. You've spoken about how Joe Biden should have handled Benjamin Netanyahu, and you talked about how Donald Trump should handle Benjamin Netanyahu and the kind of pressure that needed to be put on him. Are you satisfied with the direction of things and how things have unfolded when it comes to this particular moment?
Well, obviously, if Monday or Tuesday, as President said today, the hostages will be back at home and the war will end, as promised, we'll be very happy. There was a very strong feeling of relief and joy when we heard that there seems to be an agreement, which was announced last night. And I hope that it will come true. Yes, at this point in life, considering everything that we have been through in the last 2 years and the expectations we had long ago, a lot more than a year ago, that the war will end, finally, it seems to be coming true. And this is largely, or almost completely, because of the leadership that was manifested by President Trump. There's no question about it.
You yourself know all too well what it means to try and work towards a two-state solution, some kind of peace agreement with the Palestinians. In fact, when you were Prime Minister, it was perhaps one of the closest moments and times in which there could have been some kind of agreement reached. Are you cautiously optimistic or pessimistic about the plan that you see and the way that it may unfold?
Yalda, I do not permit myself to be pessimistic. I am optimistic by nature. I believe that there will be peace. But at this point now, what we have is possibly an agreement to end the war, in Gaza, and to bring back the hostages, and to release prisoners, and hopefully also to establish a security force that will take over the practical control of Gaza in order to prevent Hamas from reviving itself into any position that might endanger the security of Israel. This is what we have. It is a great achievement, and we are grateful to the President and to everyone that has contributed to it, and many did, by the way. But he was the leader. From here, to move forward, we need to have a plan, a peace plan. And we don't have it. I mean, the Israeli government doesn't have it, and I don't hear yet the Palestinians talking about it. I have presented a plan, as you have mentioned, in 2008 when I was Prime Minister, a comprehensive peace plan for a two-state solution, with a Palestinian state on the basis of the 67 borders, with the Arab side of Jerusalem as capital of Palestine, with the old city of Jerusalem not under any exclusive political sovereignty, neither Israeli nor Palestinian, administered by a trust of 5 nations, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Palestine, Israel, and America. I mean, this is the basis. This is what needs to be done. If we will not move forward from where we will be on Monday or Tuesday, and the Israeli army will remain somewhere inside Gaza, and there will not be any political movement, then after a year, after less than a year or more than a year, we'll return back to where we were. Which is not a solution, which is not anything that can change the lives, the security, and the future of millions of people, Israelis and Palestinians. So what we have to accept it, just a minute, we have to accept it that this is an important turning point. But there is a long way to go before it becomes a promising road towards something more substantial.
Prime Minister, I just want to pick you up on that point, because that is the concern that people have. Come Monday, Tuesday, the hostages are returned, and we see bombardment continue in Gaza, or that, you know, Hamas decides that it doesn't want to disarm, or that it needs to have more of a say in the governance of Gaza. What happens at that point?
Well, you probably remember well in many of the meetings that you had with me over the last couple of years that I kept saying all the time, there ought to be a political horizon. There must be something that will offer a certain future after the end of the war. I keep saying all the time, okay, we kill all the Hamas. Okay, there is not one Hamas person left, no, one fighter left alive. We killed all of them. We still have 2.2 million people living in Gaza. They destroyed Gaza, and we have so many more, 3 million and more, living in the West Bank. What future do we offer them that can change the military circumstances, security circumstances, the way of life of us and of them? This is incumbent upon us, and it's also incumbent upon the international community. And what I expect from President Trump is that he will take it now one step further, and he will exercise the kind of power that he has over the Prime Minister of Israel until he is replaced, which I hope will happen soon, to offer a political horizon, to say that Israel is prepared to engage in negotiations for a comprehensive solution on the basis of two states. There is no other solution. Doesn't matter how much hatred and pain and blood was spilled over the last couple of years and over history between us and the Palestinians. Both of us still don't have any alternative but to live alongside each other in our independent sovereign states with peace and respect and compromise. And someone has to push it. I'm afraid that presently the Israeli government is not capable, doesn't want to do it, unfortunately. And that's why I think it has to be replaced. Prime Minister Sturmer and President Macron have the right direction in terms of what they propose. But we need also the President of the United States to come along.
Former Prime Minister of Israel, Ehud Olmert, always good to talk to you. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.